Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Just Open It, the YouTube series in which I open recently acquired toys. My name is Russ. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you're a fellow toy collector or a fan of pop culture in general, please subscribe to my channel, Karaoke Fanboy TV. Every week I do open a recently acquired toy or collectible, and today I am opening from McFarlane Toys Superpowers, Sinestro! Now, if you've been watching my Superpowers videos, you know that I have resigned to only buying the original characters that were not represented in the initial Superpowers figures from the 1980s, the ones that I collected and that kind of introduced me to the DC Universe. I'm not going to buy multiple Supermen, multiple Batmen, Robin, Wonder Woman, Flash. Those figures appear in the original Superpowers waves that came out in the 80s. So, well, Robin, Tim Drake Robin I got, but you know, if McFarlane released a Dick Grayson Robin, I'd say forget it. Nightwing, of course, I'm all in on that. So what I'm going for are new incarnations of characters that were not represented in those initial waves. It's kind of difficult when you have all these variants and duplicates and things of that nature. Like, to me, I just want one of every character, a definitive version in this series on my shelf. It's not cool or fun to look at a big shelf of Batman figures at the same scale from the same series. To me, every collector's different, but I missed Sinestro the first time around. He was released in his original costume, kind of his Silver Age incarnation. So when I saw this today at Walmart, first of all, I was surprised by it. I didn't know I would find this today. I snatched it up. And it is going to be my Sinestro in the Superpowers line. I'm just going to kind of settle for this Yellow Lantern version, and I'm totally cool with that. I hope they re-release Black Manta as well, because I think that might be the last figure in that version that I'm looking for. You can see here all the Superpowers figures that have come out, and only a fourth of them really represent characters that aren't Superman or Batman, or a duplicate of Flash, Wonder Woman, etc. So that's my focus on these figures for now. And you know what I just noticed looking at this package? Is it says that the age suggestion is 12 plus. Now what about this figure would indicate that it should be for anybody, that it shouldn't be for anybody under 12? I wonder. This is a small-ish accessory, but, you know, certainly other action figure lines are available for like 8 plus or whatever. So that's just an interesting detail. Was that a part of the original Superpowers line that I didn't realize as literally a 5 or 6-year-old kid getting these? I don't know. But all that said, happy to have Sinestro. Gonna tear into him. Quick bio on the back. Sinestro once served as the Green Lantern of Sector 1417. After being ejected from the Corps, Sinestro formed the Sinestro Corps, harnessing the yellow energy of fear to not only combat the Guardians, but to also strengthen the Green Lantern Corps. So, there is his origin with the modern twist, kind of the Jeff Johns twist. And let's see what this figure's like. Let's see if it would harm an 11-year-old. Easy enough to remove. What also baffles me about the McFarlane Toys is the choice to use imagery here that is cut off by the packaging. To me, it wouldn't be difficult to find art that would fit, that would not be cut off here. So it's kind of a bizarre choice, and I think a bit of a failure in the design. But you could tell that they're just dropping things into a template at this point. It's all very uniform with the Superpower stuff. So, on one hand, I can't blame them, but on the other, like, it would just be fun to see a full figured Sinestro without his hand getting cut off. And was that the hand that, just kind of lining this back up, he's not even wearing a ring. Like, that's the hand that the ring would be on, is cut off over here. So, just a bizarre choice as far as a design element goes. I've been kind of hypercritical of this line, I think, because it is such a legacy series. It's picking up where superpowers left off when we were kids. It's not like Masters of the Universe Origins, which if you watch this channel, you know I love. It's not, that doesn't pick up where the original He-Man series left off. It's kind of retooling it and representing it in a different way. This is packaged and presented in such a way that it is a continuation of the original superpowers. So, and that might have even been how McFarlane marketed it in the beginning. So, all of that said, some of these choices are very interesting. But removing Sinestro from the packaging, very easy. I assume this is the same mold as lanterns that have come with other figures, just cast in yellow. No problem with that. And here he is, with his hand extended to hold the lantern like so. You have the traditional points of articulation for a superpowers figure, here with the arms, the head turn, and then the legs. I always kind of liked doing this flight pose. Actually, let's do it like this with that. And here he goes, coming at you, Sinestro. Kind of short and sweet, as these figures kind of should be. If you're going to take the action feature away, if these are just figures with points of articulation and pretty nice sculpting, simple paint application, which I like the simplicity of all of this. You know, what do we have here? 4 colors total represented: yellow, black, the purplish flesh tone, and then the white of the chest emblem. I mean, simplicity in its finest, maybe. I like it a lot, and he will stand proudly but sinisterly along the other superpowers figures in my collection. I may have said this in other videos, but my thoughts, just one more time when it comes to all the variants and stuff, is if I'm going to spend 10, 20, 30 bucks on a bunch of different Superman figures, like if I'm going to buy the gold Superman and then, you know, the one that looks like the classic Superman versus the new 52 Superman and so on, there's at least $20 there. $30 if I've decided I have a superpower Superman from the OG series. I don't need 3 Supermen like this. That's 30 bucks I can keep in my pocket and maybe find a superpowers figure from the original line at a secondhand store, at a toy shop or something that I didn't have before. You could probably find a pretty decent Flash figure from the original superpowers line for about 30 bucks at a collectible store. And I would much rather have all of those original figures with these supplementing the roster of DC heroes and villains that series did not have, versus, again, just all these Batman and Superman, like it's a crisis on my own action figure shelf. Of course, some of those figures, like Orion, Plastic Man, Cyborg, they're going to put you back a pretty penny, but, you know, again, wouldn't you rather have those than the Batman of Zur-En-Ar and a gold Batman and a Batman that, you know, the other one I saw at Walmart kind of had this Japanese, I think it was from the manga Batman, and so McFarlane had used that logo, you know, so it was the bat symbol with some Japanese lettering or symbolism in there. And again, just things I don't personally need. I'm just interested in the character themselves. And when it comes to Sinestro, his first impression is, this is super cool. I'm very pleased, and I'm excited to add him to the villains in my superpowers line. Old school and new together. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Again, if you're a fan of toys like this, please follow my channel. Also follow me on Instagram if you don't mind, at AmazingAZ Comics, where I post a little bit more about the comics and toys that I love. But I also post about the comics and zines that I make. I am a self-publishing cartoonist in Phoenix, Arizona, and I make many comics and zines, primarily about superheroes in Phoenix, in the greater Arizona area. So please follow me there. I'd really appreciate it. Tune in next time when I grab another unopened action figure from the pile here in my living room, and I say, you know what? Just open it. I'll catch you next time.